these damn shows every week. You know, why don't you talk about them? Why don't you talk about what's messed up? Why don't you call these people out that are messing things up? Messing things up. Messing things up.
We are as darkness falls. We're a metal band from the outskirts of Detroit suburbia. Because I've only been in the band about, almost a year and 7 months.
So, As Darkness Falls used to be Chaos Theory. It's been a band for quite a while. Many different fucking members. Scotty's the only fucking one.
I'm the old guy. This lineup's been together a year.
Seriously.
Alright, turn it. Cut! God damn it! I've been playing guitar for 25 fucking years. I mean, in a band about 12. I started screaming in a microphone when I was
28.
19, and I wasn't very good at it. I'm still not, so.
I think I'm around 25, 30 years playing drums. Band-wise, probably 15.
Yeah, I think I'm at 12 years now.
16.
Playing guitar.
We've all been in multiple bands.
Yeah.
Me and Chris are in a band. Name drop Logan right there.
Instead of playing the whole course like what we're doing now, you know how we used to do it, we cut out the first part.
Yeah, I got a fucking cold air right on me.
That's no one blowing on your neck.
Start your vocals like right on the downbeat of it.
It's just not as long.
Well, it's still the same. It's just we're not playing. You're going.
Right.
Oh, okay, wait, I know what you're saying. Let's try it.
So when he starts doing the bitter,
So instead of starting with
that's
5,
where you would start.
Try it.
My name is Ricky Rocks. I am a concert promoter, booking agent. I am a MC/host. I am a radio personality. I am a columnist, and I am a bass player. I usually try to not book the same bands over and over and over and over again. Simply because I don't want to put the same show on twice. You know, I don't want the same show that I did last week be coming up again in a month. Because you know, if people came to the first one, they'll be like, well, this is the same damn show. I want to see, like me as a fan, I'd want to see something new. I don't want to see the same damn show every 2 months. You know, so yeah, there's bands that I have worked with more than once, but I'm not going to hit the same band up every damn show and be like, hey, you guys killed it last time. You know, I want to milk it. To me, it seems like I come across as trying to milk a band, you know, just repeatedly booking them over and over and over and over again. And since I only work at one bar, you know, if I book the same band for all these shows, I'd be doing more harm by getting that band too oversaturated.
You know, unfortunately, it's that whole thing with the bands playing every week kind of thing is a two-edged sword or double-edged sword, I think, because I do understand that when you're new, you know, you want to play a lot to get your name out there, and that's fine. So to bands who are doing that first year, maybe year and a half, okay, it's all right. But, you know, once you get past that, once you've been a band for a few years and you're still doing that, then you're only hurting yourself and the scene. I mean, there's a length of time where I think you can get away with it and get away with the defense of, you know, we need to get our name out there, which is, I understand that. It's great. You know, if we play a lot, people will remember the name. Then when we start slowing down, they'll be like, oh, remember those dudes or whatever. So I get it, but there's a time for it and there's a length of time you should be doing it. Dude, I'm old. I've been doing this, got my start in 1992. Screamin' Scott moved on to radio. I took the gig at the Old Ritz on 10.5 in Gratiot, started DJing, and I've been going ever since, man. I've done everything from event hosting, DJing, you know, working the rock nightclubs, working the country nightclubs, promoting events, the radio show, obviously, for a couple of years. So yeah, actually next February it'll be 25 years. If you play once every 4 months, man, you might draw 40 or 50 people. If you play every damn week or every other week, you're gonna draw 5 or 6 people at a time. And what would you rather do? You know, I'd rather play than 40 people, because if 4 bands did that and they all did the same thing, that's 160 people you'd have at your show, instead of playing 10 shows in that same time frame to 30 people.
Because I never book, especially weekends back to back, in the same venue. You just don't do that. It's bad business. You're not going to pull a draw. Like, if I play here tonight, we're playing tonight. We're going to get a hell of a draw. Big birthday show. There'll be a lot of people here. If I do this same show next Friday, who's going to come? You just saw me this Friday. Why do you want to see the same band? I'm not going to pay $10. No offense to any promoter or band that's making money, but I don't want to spend door cover to see a band play the same set I just saw 6 days ago. You know what I mean? There's no way around it. And a lot of local bands, you don't have a huge set list. So if I've seen you 3 times in the last 3 months, I've seen your show. You have to play out. You have to venture away. Like, we're doing shows out of state now. Bands think that any show's a good show. That's not true. Playing less, I call it giving them the tip. We came out and we played a show and didn't play for 3 months. Our second show was explosive because we gave them a little bit of what they wanted. Then you take it away from them. My next show after this is going to be August 23rd at the Ritz Detroit in Warren.
What about the one after that?
August 27th in Warren. Be August 23rd, August 27th. Yes, because I never book, especially weekends back to back, in the same venue. You just don't do that. It's bad business.
You gotta learn how to say no.
Right.
Like, no, I won't play in front of 3 people.
Yeah.
You know,
the thing, you look at a flyer, it's the same fucking bands playing. It's like, you know, you can't play that much. Yeah. It's fucking, you can, but I mean, if you're playing for 5 people, then you can't bitch.
Spread out your geographical location.
yeah, we got 3, maybe 4 places to play around here that are decent. You
can't play at
oversaturate.
all 4 places in the same month.
Yeah.
You know.
No, you gotta work. You gotta spread those out. And usually play in town 6 to 8 weeks.
Yeah, we have a better draw when we don't play as much, I feel like. It's like, oh yeah, I can catch them next month or next week.
Right.
I think it's oversaturation of the scene only hurts the band itself and the scene itself, because, you know, I'm not going to come and see you every Friday in the same venue. Bands playing shows just to make promoters happy is gotten crazy.
People get tired of your shit. You know what I mean? I don't want to see the same band every week either. I just saw you, yeah, you're my buddies, I'll come support you, but, you know, your fan base kind of diminishes as you play it more often.
Right.
Because, you know, when you play a show every few months, it's even better. And then, you know, write some new tunes in between. But I don't want to see the same set I just saw. I could put your CD in my car.
Right, I don't even want to play the same set, you know, every other week. I get tired of seeing my own band, let alone, you know, seeing the same people every weekend, so.
I really can't see it's oversaturated. I think it's more, now I see it now, even I'll admit, if there's too much egotistical people. My name's Ronnie. I own the company TBL Events, which means Team Bad Luck. I've been doing live shows now for over 2 decades. I'll leave it as that. There's too much bumping heads. They're in the scene of the promoter-wise, not the band, but the promoter-wise, none of us get along. None of us get along. Everybody shit talks to everybody. And I'll admit, I badmouth certain people because I've heard they badmouth me or they badmouth me online, whatever it is. But then in the same sense, I look at some of these guys that have been around for 5 years. Motherfucker, I've been around 22. There's nothing more you can teach me. Plain as day. I don't give a fuck what anybody says.
There is too much fussing and fighting and BS, dude, and it shouldn't be that way. It should be easy. It should be fun. You know, it wasn't like that at first, and it's not like that with certain people. But yeah, I mean, honestly, that's part of the reason I'm kind of backing off a little bit right now is because I'm tired of it. There's too many wannabe promoters, and there's not enough good promoters. There's, promoters don't communicate, so you're getting all these nights where there's 5 great shows on the same day, when you could just maybe talk to each other and, all right, you get Friday, you get Saturday, put yours off till next week. I mean, communicate. There's nothing worse than having 5 great shows and there's no way you're going to make all 5 in one night and catch all the good bands. So everybody needs to work together. Communication needs to be there, but I think there's too many. I don't think people are doing it hard enough or strong enough or again, there's just a lot of people just throwing a couple bands on a night, calling it a show and calling themselves a promoter, and that's hurting. And that's why I'm kind of stepping away for a bit. It's getting old.
We're trying to be, I'm the best promoter in this shit like that.
It's a social media pissing contest. My show is better than yours, Yeah, it's fucking bullshit. There should be a handful of bands at one venue one night, and, that same handful of bands 3 to 6 months later at another venue, not them all fucking at the same time and the same night.
Here's the fucking problem. Last Friday, there was 4 metal shows around town. Well, what do you go to? You know what I mean? Like, what? I think too many people are booking the same genre the same night. It's
too spread out.
There's 4 local shows with 5 bands on it. Like, what show do you go to? This bar is gonna be fucking empty because people are here. Saturday was the same thing. There was 4 or 5 different shows around here that were metal, not rock, not fucking cover. It was metal. And before it used to be like we'd get together and tonight's gonna be a metal show night, and no one else booked a show that night. I mean, that's how it used to be.
Yeah, you get 4 or 5 bands, and you got them Friday or Saturday night. And you go out to see those bands because you're not having to see the same bands in a different place the next night, So.
Well, promoters charging, too much money to get in for one sometimes.
Yeah, they're local shows.
Local shows, and they want $15 to $20 to get in.
Dude, I still think 5 is fair, and there's promoters out there sometimes I'm seeing, 10, 12, 15. I don't know, I just think that's a lot, unless it's a festival type thing, where you've got, 10 or 12 bands, then you can maybe go to 10, but to me, a $5 show, whether it's 3 bands or 5 bands, if it's just your normal Friday night show, normal Saturday night show, 5 and 8 or 5 and 10, for 21 and over and 18 to 20 or whatever, if you're going to do all ages. But yeah, 5 I think is still, for a normal show, is plenty.
You should be just charging $5. A lot more people interested. Coming. It's not the Palace. It's not, State Theater or Fillmore, whatever you want to call it. $5. Come see a show.
$10 fucking advance tickets and $15 at the door.
I mean, for a national band that nobody knows of.
Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. And then still charge fucking $15 for people to get in. If you had 10 bands on one show and charge $5, you would get significantly more people to show up because the person coming to the show doesn't feel like they're being raped. If you put 10 bands on one show, I understand what the promoters are trying to do. They're trying to put more bands on the show so that like all those bands do the potentially an equal amount of promotion. That's not going to happen.
They're clusterfuck. Ridiculous. It's a clusterfuck because A, you don't have room for 15 bands worth of shit, worth of gear.
No.
You know, in any venue around here. You got half the fucking dance floor or mosh pit, whatever,
Tables
engulfed with chairs and bands equipment. You got bands going on every 15, 20 minutes instead of, okay, I'm really into this band. They just played 3 songs and now they're done already. So I'm gonna move on to the next band. And then at 2:30 in the morning, the fucking last band's still playing because dickhead on the drum riser is taking his fucking cymbals off on the fucking drum riser. Get your shit and get it off the fucking stage.
I'm also at fault for putting too many bands on the show. My birthday is coming up next Saturday. I have 15 bands in the bill. This year I'll do a 2 p.m. to 2 a.m. show. Call it a day. And everybody I picked on the bill are all the bands I grew up with and hang out with. And I know real well. But it's like the same sense. Yeah, I'm at fault. And I will say that. You know. But nobody leaves here unhappy. They're all fucking having a great time. I mean, there are certain bands that I do shows with that cry more than others, but it is what it is, you know.
You know, with the amount of bands, I mean, we just lost a couple again. I know Detroit Pub's supposed to be back. With the amount of places that we have, you know, live music, it's like just doing that many bands is kind of hurting the scene too. Because instead of, you know, a couple different places, getting to have 3 or 4 bands, you know, that weekend, you know, if you got a place that's doing 12 bands every night, they're not able to play at other bars because, you know, there's just sometimes too many bands on a show. So less is more, like I said, unless it's a special event or a festival or whatever, dude, you know, stick to 3 to 5. I think that people need to really start doing and sticking to 3 to 5 band lineups, dude, unless it's an occasion.
Don't have 20 bands on the bill.
Yeah, and don't have 20.
Because a band at 8 o'clock that's playing, their people are going to leave by 10:30.
Yeah.
One thing that's... the bands that play at 12:30, 1 o'clock, people don't stay that long because they're already tired and want to go to another place.
They're catching a fucking Uber home.
Yep.
One thing that Scotty's brought up quite a bit is the check marks. When somebody walks in, who are you here to see? You know, what if that guy's there to see 3 out of the 4 bands, or 20 bands, or whatever the fuck, you know,
Right.
depending on who booked the show. You know, that person's now got to pick. Mm-hmm. So that person, he's there to see 3 bands, but only 1 band is going to get paid for him to see.
Yeah.
We could drop one, play it after if we got time.
How the fuck is that so goddamn long?
Intro hardcore is 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Both of it. Wasteland's 4.5. Destroyer 4. Isolation's almost 4. Nothing's left 3.5. Immersion's almost 7.
303.
Is it?
Yeah. I can crush this all into a half hour.
No. Out of those songs, I'm not feeling Destroyer.
I'm not feeling isolation. I just learned how to play the motherfucker.
We don't have to play it. I don't fucking know. Come on, we say that every fucking show. It says 4 notes.
I don't want to take out Destroyer.
So you don't want to play immersions and play something else? Welcome to People's Court.
Being in a band is like having 4 girlfriends. None of them cook, and none of them put out. It is a forever fucking struggle to be better than you were the day before.
We have 4 to 5 girlfriends.
Yeah,
and everybody doesn't want to agree to anything.
Yeah, I say it's like being married to 4 or 5 people at the same time, and they're all bipolar as fuck.
It could be good, it could be bad. Most of the time, it's kind of in the middle bad.
It's like, you know, it can be.
They're your buddies, you know. You love them.
Yeah, I love my friends. You know, I love playing music with some of my friends and stuff. But you know, it gets to a point where one member of the band wants to do certain things and be this band and do everything, and then this guy doesn't want to do that. This guy doesn't want. Being in a band is about compromising. You have to give and take in being in a band. It's not all your way or my way or his way. It's, okay, this sucks a little bit, but I'm going to do it because I'm going to do it for the better of my band. There's too many selfish fucking people in this world, and it's too hard to be in a band with them because they think the world revolves around them. When you're in a band, it's about all 4 or 5 of you, or 3 of you, or however many fucking people are in your band. And people forget about that.
I feel like it's a necessity being a band to learn humility and to understand what you're doing. You are an entertainer and you're being paid as such.
Or not.
Or not at all.
Nope.
No.
Half the time we don't.
If we do, it's like fucking 20, 40 bucks.
Well, they want the local bands to bring all the people so the national band can get their money.
Yeah.
And then the people who draw the crowds and everything and they're spending the money don't get shit.
I do want to say this. Because you tour, you're not a national fucking band.
Right.
So you can't...
Or you're recorded out of state.
You can't put on the flyer, a national band. You're not a fucking national band. Yeah, you're from Ohio.
Yeah. So I mean, we can go to Ohio and be a national band.
You know, if we go to Ohio and this fucking show's $15, no one's going to fucking see us.
Right.
You know? And that's not on my part. I'm not offering the band $500 or whatever they're making.
Most of my shows, I don't do I won't do massive guarantees for anybody. I do it very low budget and very minimal because in my past, I have taken on bigger responsibilities with bigger stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'll admit that. I try to make it fair for everybody where it's like, if there's certain things that's gotta be done, I'll even ask like the bar itself to help out with, you know, if this gotta be done, it's gotta be done. But I don't like to leave anybody hanging. That's how I've been. I've never been that guy.
Nice. Jesus. Nope.
Heavy ass. So you guys should throw some logos on it. I got ours cheap. It was like $80. I mean, like I said, they're huge.
It used to be parked in a parking lot. So
You didn't want it tagged up so nobody knows what's in it.
we don't leave it in there anyway.
People still steal trailers.
Oh, I know.
It's like our trailer, you know, for a new trailer like ours, it's a 7-foot tall ceiling, 10 foot by 8 foot. It's like $3,500.
We really don't make money when we play shows. You make enough money playing a show to pay for your beer, pay for your gas. You don't make enough money to pay for your instruments, or strings, or a new mic stand, or new drum skins, or whatever it is. You absolutely do not make enough money to do that.
It all varies. You can get $20 up to, you know, a few $100. Just depends. It all depends. And that's shitty. You need to have a biased person, I would say, at the door. So say Redfield had a headlining show and it was huge and blah blah blah, and I had my girlfriend sit there. You know, I come to see, you know, Society Hostile. Okay, sure. One for Redfield. You know what I mean? You never know. I mean, I hope people aren't that shady to do that kind of shit, but
You never know.
You never know.
You always want to have somebody at the door that has nothing to do with the show.
Correct.
Who are you here to see? I'm here to see Redfield. There's a check mark. That's how it should be.
Right. Split the door. Split it. Say you have 4 bands and say, 1, 2, 3, 4. Say 4, the headliner, pulls a few more people. You can adjust. Say you get $400. Headliner gets this, they get 98, whatever. Do it accordingly. But everybody should get money. Or just do an even split.
Yeah, I think an even split's probably more fair to everybody, Right. I mean, let's face it. We're not all fucking Slayer up on stage. We're a local band. You know what I mean? So, okay, here's the pot. There's 4 or 5 bands, split it. But when you get into a show where there's 15 bands,
can't do that.
You can't fucking do that.
Down at 25.
And then you got, here. Okay, 1 for you, 1 for me, 1 for you, 2 for me. That's when that shit starts to play in. Having shows with less bands also helps the door count.
You make enough money to potentially make new t-shirts to sell, make new CDs so you can give out, even though that's like really an antiquated form of listening to music at this point, but you still have to do it so that you can give that stuff away pretty much for free so that people can actually just listen to your music. Because that's really what it boils down to, is getting fans and getting people to your shows.
The way I run things and the way I work stuff with the bars that I work for is I'll go into a bar or a venue and say, you pay me X amount of money to put together a show. You allow me to charge a door cover or whatever. I will pay with, an all local show, no guarantees, nothing like that. I will pay 100% of the door. And I take tallies for how many people each band brings in or whatever. So if a band brings 200 people to a $10 show, they're going to walk out with $2,000 because it's not my money. It's not the bar's money. The band brought those people. If a band comes to me and says, Ricky, you can book all you want here, just take a cut of the door. I won't work there. And that's what led me out of a lot of venues because it's not my money. The band's brought the people. The band's brought the people to the bars to drink the liquor and the beer and the food, so that's why you pay the bands, so my shows, unless there's a guarantee where I have to pay somebody $150 or something like that, I'll give the band 100% of what they bring in. I know very few promoters that do that. I wish more of them did, but I can only think of 1 or 2 off the top of my head. I know probably 95% of the promoters in Detroit, and I think other than me, there's maybe 1 or 2 people that actually do it that way. I wish for the band's sake more people did that, because nothing's more deflating than promoting your ass off for a show and getting all these people to show up, working your ass off, bring 50 people in the door and you walk out $40.
Strictly mine, before I started being the booking agent at Diesel, when it was just my show, it would always be just an even split. Sometimes if a band was out of town, we might throw them a little extra, like 30% and 20 or whatever, but it's always, I never liked doing the counter thing. I mean, even though I think it's fair to me, that also there's some great bands that just might be new to the scene that can't draw. So I always like doing an even split. And we did the same thing with Diesel. Diesel, when at least for my shows that I promoted when I was doing Diesel, bands got 100% of the door. And if there was 4 bands, we split it 4 ways. If there was 5, we split it 5 ways. Again, unless there was a little bigger band that maybe got that extra 10% or something. But just even and honest.
And fuck your ticket sales shit. I ain't selling a fucking ticket one.
Yeah, ticket sales.
We played a show with at the old Hayloft back in 2010. We sold 75 tickets at what was it? You guys played that show too, didn't you?
We had a helmet show at the Hayloft. Here's your $750.
Yeah.
Granted.
Oh no, I ran into you at Buffalo Wild Wings that night before we played. That's what it was.
Oh yeah.
Remember that? And I'm not going to mention any names, but we give the promoter $750. We get a 20-minute fucking set, and as tour manager walks up on stage right before we're getting ready to play and says, "You can't talk. You can't put any of your signs up or your banners up or not." I'm like, motherfucker, I just gave you $750. Get the fuck out of here. I'll do whatever the fuck I want. So yeah, we got 20 minutes set and paid $750, and some asshole telling us what we can and can't do. Fuck you.
I'm a guitar guy, so I get a new guitar like twice a year, and we don't get gas money, and you know what I mean? This shit's a labor of love, and fucking.
Typically, we'll spend more money at the bar, drinking, and rather than what we get paid.
Right.
I don't think at any point in our careers have we ever thought about breaking even. Not even fucking close.
No.
And don't pay the bills.
It's like, oh sweet, we got paid $100 today.
And everybody says, for each of you?
I spent 80 at the fucking bar.
You guys each make $100 now as a band. Wow, really?
That's fucking terrible.
Actually, that's kind of a lot.
Well, that goes in. Okay, you got practice, you got load in, you got load out, and then you're at a bar.
Load in the bar, load out of the bar, drive to the bar, drive home from the bar.
$100 ain't worth it.
Buying gear,
you know.
I mean, the amount of time that we do promoting,
driving to practice, and
yeah, if you're looking at it from a financial standpoint, it's horrible for any local band.
Yeah. I believe you make enough money to justify spending more money. If you're doing promotional stuff, you get some t-shirts, and that all goes into the band fund, which then goes into recording some more songs. When you get that money coming in from the t-shirt sales, or from, you know, when you get the end of the night, you get that $100 or whatever it is, that goes right back into the band fund. That does pay to keep it moving, at least enough to grease the wheels where you don't feel bad putting the extra in.
But the problem is that, like, when it comes at the end of the night, there's always one band member that he takes the brunt of everything. He has to fight for that money.
Every time.
He has to fight. He has to fight to get what little money that you're going to get. And that's kind of bullshit that you have to do that. That, like, the promoter is. I mean, I get, like, he's got to make his money too, but you're constantly getting fucked over, and you constantly have to fight for everything that you get, and it's tooth and nail.
I get physical.
I've always been the dude that would get the money, and I guess I got a bad temper, but like when you ask us to play the show last minute, and then you promise X amount of numbers, and then we go talk to get paid, and you say, sorry, we could only give you whatever. Fuck you, man. Man the fuck up and give me my goddamn money. Period. It's like,
there was one promoter out here that I only did shows with, contract only, because I had problems with him. I had to get physical with him. Got some money out of him. But like, we played that show in Bay City up there together, and I had you guys come out. You know, there was 2 local bands supposed to be on the bill. It was supposed to be this big, huge show. So all these Detroit bands roll out there to play. They rip us off at the bar. Blah, blah, blah. I ended up pulling money out of my pocket and giving it to you guys just because I felt bad for you guys coming out, you know?
Well, that was awesome.
And fucking...
Well, we're about ready to start. We'll be doing all covers tonight.
Put some shoes on, hippie.
No fucking way. It goes a little something like this.
Do things.
I love Creed too.
with the worst bands in town. I worked with more national acts and touring bands and regional acts than I could ever ask for. As everybody knows, you're not going to make everybody happy. You win and you're going to lose. And unfortunately, yeah, I have lost a lot.
There's a few things in life right now that are a little more personal to me that I need to step back and kind of focus on. Unfortunately, when you're doing all this stuff, you know, the promoting and the radio shows and stuff, you're not home a lot. So I kind of neglected, you know, the wife a little bit. I neglected some good friendships a little bit because I was, you know, so focused on the other stuff. I kind of lost track of, you know, the important stuff. I shouldn't say, you know, everything was important, but, you know, you can't forget about your marriage. You can't forget about your friends. You can't forget about your family. And sometimes you just get so sucked into it all that I just kind of had to step back.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of at a standstill right now where I don't even know if I want to continue playing anymore. I mean, I'm kind of with Jamie. I'll always play some kind of music. I did an acoustic show with, Scotty from ADF a couple weeks ago, and that was like the most fun I've had playing live music in quite a while.
Ups and downs, good times, bad times. Loved, hated, but I'm still here. In my opinion, in my heart and soul, I feel I'm close to being done, playing good, done for good. I'm a stay-home dad. You know, my life is my kids, and it's been that time. You know,
because I talked about doing it for a while, and it's like, I don't know if I want to, or you know, God, am I just gonna walk away from doing this all these years without getting to the huge point that I wanted to be at? But it's like, you know, it didn't hurt, because like I said, there was so much crap going on where it's like, you know what, bands were just canceling shows all the time for no stupid reasons, and it was hard to get bands for good shows, and all that, you know, it just started to kind of blow up and accumulate, and I was like, you know what, this is a good time right now to take the break, man.
But there's no side of me too that has reached out to me over the years, certain bands I've met, national wise, regional, whatever, tell me don't quit. But at the same time, the metal scene shouldn't be that. There shouldn't be a problem.
You know, I've always said, and I'll stick to this, you know, till the day I die as far as this. Ozzy could play every single week in your town, and guess what? Eventually, you get sick of it and you would stop going. It doesn't matter who it is. If you play too much, man, you're killing it. You're not helping the scene. You're just killing it, man.
From being a little kid, watching like, you know, Prince and, you know, Slayer and all these different, you know, musicians throughout the years, Motley Crue in the old days, you know, watching them on stage and watching the crowds and thinking, man, I want to be that guy, you know. I'm fucking 42 years old and I've never been that guy, but I tried like hell, you know, and I had a fucking lot of fun doing it. You know, I made some fans along the way, I made a lot of friends, I fucking, you know, it was cool. But all good things must come to an end, and it's gotten to a point where the scene is so fucking bad anymore, I don't even care about how it makes me feel on stage anymore.
And for the record, how big is your penis? Or how small is your penis? I was like, this will be in the outtakes.
What's a good cover for a show? Like, what's too much? What's good?
Too much is the new It song, and you redo it your way. Because everybody knows what it is, and it's just...
No.
The cover.
Wrong cover. Oh! Covered charge. Covered charge.
Well, you...
Tell me, how does a mediocre fucking musician like you get in a band like As Darkness Falls? Hey, turn your fucking hat the right way, too.
Hey, man.
What's going on?
Yeah.
We can edit it.
Okay.
I'm sorry, but could you tell me who can help us with the pool table?
The owner. He's walking around.
It just, every year it's a new crop of whoever. They all get tunes. All of them. Are you recording me, you motherfucker? If
Like, we're playing Dirt Fest August 13th. At
Killswitch Engage.
$37. Yeah, this will be out next year about this time, so it doesn't really matter.
For setup and preparation for doing a show, I don't prep anything.
Obviously.
Well,
Damn, Daniel.
Sing! Aside from band practice, I don't do anything. You never see a lion stretch before he kills a gazelle.
Oh, god damn it.
To me,
Now you gotta change your vocals.
my vocals were in time. I have an internal metronome. Thank you very much.
Not bad.
I like watching a bunch of fucking weird kids beat the shit out of each other on the dance floor. Hell fucking yeah. It makes me happy. Now, when I get out there and do that, fuck no. Because I don't get my ass whooped. I'm not stupid. You know?
You guys are killing our band right now. Yeah.
He doesn't have to put any of this in.
They want to play with us. If people here, they're going to see these arrogant pieces of shit, lazy bastards. We will never play with these guys again.
And that's
seriously,
It'll be fine.
it's a good thing we know the director, writer, / editor.
But it's
Right.
like,
That's all the reason why I'm saying the things I'm saying.
but it's like, Jesus Christ, dude.
But you know,
You guys are coming off pretty fucking pretentious right now.
but you know everything that I'm saying is 100% true.
Yeah, but you gotta know they're not. If I saw this, I'd be like, well, I'm never booking these guys ever, anywhere. From what you guys just want to, you say the new bands all suck.
No, there are none.
There's plenty.
There's plenty.
There's plenty of new bands, and they're all pretty good. They do flyer and they stuff, but it's like easy.
If you cry, it'll be really good. It's like, God, you fucking 25 minutes of stuff. That's what I got with most people. Except for Ricky's, it was like an hour and a half.
Yeah, of course.
He was listing off everything he does.
Yeah.
My birthday is coming up next Saturday. I have 15 bands with them. For
So 68, right? That's how old you...
Just that, right?
I think I've called out all the people that deserve to be called out. I'm still recovering from my last whooping, but...
Like, we're the fucking entertainment. Shut your fucking mouth and do what the fuck we ask you. This is our fucking show.
I'm in a bar sometimes 7 nights a week. Am I happy about that? Fuck no, I'm not. It shows. This is not fake. This is, see the white bitch? This is real. This is all natural. I ain't take my hat off, but this is all natural.
Should not just put a cigarette out in that beer.
We'll find out in a minute when it gets in his mouth.
You're sweating because you're fat.
As darkness falls.
That'll be the answer to the first question.
Under a bloodless sky, approaching the bar. Survive, yeah, fight for my life. I am my out, yeah,